Class Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. So how was everyone's Labor Day weekend? What's going on, guys?
We had some fun. It was a
What'd you do?
long weekend. I had my brother-in-law in town. It was a long weekend. It was a long weekend, but there was foam party. I think we have some pictures. I didn't even go to this party because it was at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
But this is my neighborhood. I'm not even joking. I was so busy cooking and stuff. This is the kids just playing outside. We had like, it's what a neighbor's party turned into a neighborhood party. And it was a long weekend, so much fun. My brother-in-law and like my neighborhood just, it jams.
Wait, where was the foam at, though? In someone's yard?
Someone's backyard, yeah. Listen, that's how we do it in the burbs.
Yeah, I love that. I need a bigger yard. What about you, Erica?
Well, my brother and sister-in-law and my two nieces were in town this weekend. So my two nieces and my goddaughter, or our goddaughter, their birthdays are a month apart. So it was 1, 4, and 2. So we just had a little.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, we just had like a little, Sunday, like, family time. My girlfriend Charlotte, or my girlfriend Shauna, who's Charlotte's mom, and her husband, we introduced Andy and Shauna, and they got married, and now we're their godparents.
Oh, he told me that story, yeah.
Yeah, so it was really nice.
But kids are okay sharing birthdays, but adults, I'll say this from Colin, who shares his birthday with Christmas, really gets very upset about it. He wants a separate celebration, so just be mindful of that when they get older.
I could imagine.
What did you do?
I'm the crazy one of the bunch. I spent 72 hours in Costa Rica with my friends.
Oh my gosh.
And we went crazy.
How do you get out like that?
Colin watched the baby and his mom. We did everything we possibly could in basically as soon as I landed, I hit the road. Day Trip was a company I have to shout out because they got me across the country because I flew to the wrong airport. So they took me to the right side of the country to go meet my friends at the beautiful house that we stayed at. And they've been there for a while. A lot of people in and out that stayed in this house over the summer. And so I got to join them the last tail end and I feel rejuvenated.
72. You feel rejuvenated.
I know. I was like, man, I'm tired. How are you not tired?
I do. Well, look, a lot of people hit the roads, not just me this weekend, including Bravo host Andy Cohen. He shared his son Ben's complete meltdown he had on the ride back to New York City. Take a look.
Ben, you just watched Bob the Builder for 6 hours while I packed the car up. You can't want to watch more. We're going back to the city. You've been wanting to go back to the city. What? Okay, everyone. All right, vacation's over. I know it's been fun, but vacation's over, okay?
So I'm not at this stage yet, so
I'm there.
I don't know if you can relate, Jeff.
Dude, me and Andy need to hang. I follow him on Instagram, and I was seeing this over the weekend. Totally, you get there as a parent. You don't want to admit it, but you totally get there. Like, even this weekend, I'm like, you guys played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, you ate all this cake. You played with all your friends. You did everything. And then yesterday, they're like crying, like, I want to go outside. I'm like, buddy, you got to chill for 5 minutes, okay? Mommy and Daddy are tired. We just want to relax and maybe catch some college football. You know what I mean?
That's what Sing 2 is for. You seen Sing 2 on Netflix?
Yeah, of course. We watch all of them. We watch all of them. They don't know, and they get overtired. My kids get cranky when they get a little bit too tired. So it's like we need to chill out and have a little quiet time. But I can totally relate.
Well, Erica was surrounded by kids this weekend. So did you have any meltdowns?
Oh yeah, there were plenty of meltdowns. But see, like even when we were having this conversation, since we don't have kids, they were asking about our CASA kids that we volunteer with, and like, do they ever have meltdowns? And I'm like, no. And here's the reason why. It's because we're not the parents. So I just straight up make it very clear that we're not playing this game because I don't care if you have a meltdown or not. Like, I'm just going to drop you off back at home or with your parents. So kids respond to people not having stake in the game for some reason. Because I'm very much like, no, we're not going to do this. And they are like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to do this.
They're so smart, right? They're so smart. They know who they could push and the line that they could cross. Really, it's at all ages. Am I wrong?
Well, I'm saying that as the kid who was that way. Like, I never played with certain people, but my mom, I'll have her chasing me around the ferry if we went to Connecticut, like just being terrible. And then if my dad or my aunt, I wouldn't play that. Like, so it's just... Yeah.
It's
I know
an energy.
Yeah, it's a certain energy.
Yeah.
And real quickly, over the weekend, like I said, my neighborhood kind of came together, and someone was like, oh my God, I love Erica Cabo. I was at the Casa event, and Anthony gave an amazing speech, and she has 5 children. She's like, God bless her. So I wanted to send that on to you. Yeah, because you are special. I was like, Erica's the best. And it was really cool that you said that. Yeah.
And thank you
awesome.
to your neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of being a parent, here's a question for you all and us. Does it make you a bad parent if you need a break from your kids? And why do many parents end up feeling guilty when they do take a break? Now, obviously, I'm not the poster child for this because I just went to Costa Rica. So, Jeff, how do you feel?
Listen, this is totally relatable again, right? I could see my wife breaking down from like across the room, and I'm like, all right, that's it. Kids, we're going to the game room, or we're going to go downstairs, or we're going outside. Jordan, you need to go take a break, right? And vice versa. She sees it in me. You need to take a break. Kids all the time, up all night, all day, they don't stop. They don't stop. My phone doesn't last as long as my kids do. You know what I mean? They're nuts. So you gotta, like, luckily we have 2 parents in the house and we could switch off and tag team, but it's exhausting and you need to take a break.
I think I underestimated like what I would be able to accomplish with a baby. I'm like, watch this, you know, in my head. And then the baby came and I'm like, oh my gosh. And now I am on a strict plan where like if I'm playing with Kinsley or home with Kinsley, that's it. We're not on the phone, we're not on social media, we're not doing any work. But if she's sleeping or I'm not, or Colin's watching her, then I'm 100% dedicated to whatever else I have to do, because multitasking in that way with a little baby just was not working for me, and everything was like at 70%. And so it's, you know, when you got to take a break, also a longer break, to me it's good for your mental health. I think even in the beginning, you and I went to get a massage. I think Kinsley was only 3 months old and I was out all day, and that kind of was like my first time where I was like, oh my gosh, I was nursing her at the time, so it's like I haven't nursed her, and it was okay, you know. But you have to first do it once and be okay with it, and have friends around you that say it's okay and support you in that, so that you can feel good. Because for a mom too, it's really tough.
Do you feel guilty?
Well, I did that day. I felt a little guilty because Colin was home alone and was trying to figure it out. She was only 3 months, but I really needed the massage. Yeah. I needed the massage, so I didn't feel that guilty, but it was like, you know, a tough feeling.
But does it go as far as just kids? Like, do you need a break from Anthony ever?
Anthony and I are like 2 ships in a night. Like, our travel schedule has been like, we are making sure that one of us is home for Spike at this point. Like, when he's leaving, it's like we're crossing. But I will say this, because we don't have any family here, and so when my brother, you know, either sets of brothers, because they have kids, it's so funny to be like, y'all just want to go and grab a drink at one of the neighborhood restaurants or something like that, and they're like, wait, what? We could. Just us? And they're like, yeah, the kids are like napping, they're sleeping, they're hanging out, like they're fine. Like, just walk down the street, they're like out of there, so fast.
Yeah, you need your time. You need a little break. It's good. Like, I just went away to Texas. Everyone's like, man, you work so hard. Dude, I was chilling in the hotel room, no kids. Like, it's all good. I had a great time. It was just, and I did some work, but I got away a little bit too. You know, you need that.
And even just like silence, like in the house, like when you get a moment to take like a really long shower, or just like watch a movie that no one else in the house cares about. Perfect. Like, that's just like great for me.
The best. I'm just the best.
We can't get over it. We need more breaks. Yeah. Okay, guys, coming up on DBL, our interview with Cherie O'Terry. She's telling us all about
O'Terry.
Oh, my bad, O'Terry. She's telling us all about her new movie and what it was like playing Barbara Walters on SNL. Plus, the terrifying moment an anchor started having a stroke on live TV. Dr. Coley is here to talk about the warning signs you should look out for next.
Closed captioning provided by
Yeah, it does.
All right, so we were just talking about taking little breaks from the kids.
So I was with my nephew, who's 5 years old.
Yeah.
For 1 week.
Were you exhausted?
I'm so over it. You know, I love him to death, but I know exactly what you guys are talking about. I mean, coming back to my own time, and like
people don't realize how
emails even was a privilege. You know.
It's exhausting for real. It really is. Do you want one of these so you look?
So kudos to the parents.
Okay, and you know what's even like, so my kids, in all honesty, they like their moms more than their dad. They love me, but they like to be cuddled and hugged, right? And I do that too, but they want to be with Jordan more, right? So that's just being honest. So she's like, I'm like, come lay down with me. And they're like, no, when they're tired. So then they're all over like Jordan. She's like, you guys are all like on me. You know what I mean? They're just like on her neck. And it's like, so she gets a little bit more frustrated. So I got to intervene when I can.
I was really surprised because we see our nieces and nephews. Actually, we get to see them like maybe 5-6 times a year, which is a lot for us not living in the same state. And the 4-year-old, Evelyn, she is so much more like wanting to be around us, whereas before she was very much like only her parents. But the 1-year-old, she'll be 1 in a month. Oh my gosh, waking up in the morning and seeing her face, she always smiles. Like always. Now the 4-year-old, she was not a smiler.
Yeah, they're not all the same.
So I was like, this morning I'm like, I don't want to leave because they're flying out, and I'm like, where are my morning smiles gonna come from?
Oh, see, there's give and take.
Yeah.
It's good and bad. It's good and bad. But yeah. Yes.
DBL is kicking off our season 6 premiere with the one and only Jerry Springer. Live on the panel as our special guest co-host, September 12th and 13th on DBL.
Welcome back. So a Tulsa, Oklahoma news anchor had a scary thing happen to her live on air. She began to show symptoms of a stroke during the Saturday morning newscast. A warning to some of our viewers, you might find this video disturbing. Take a look.
The Tulsa Air and Space Museum is hosting a launch today at the I'm sorry, something is going on with me this morning, and I apologize to everybody. Let's just go ahead and send it on over to meteorologist Annie Brown.
The anchor named Julie Chin posted an update saying that she is okay. She says she suffered from the beginnings of a stroke, but not a full stroke. She also shared that she had other symptoms, including losing partial vision in one eye and that her hand and arm had gone numb. So what are you supposed to do in this situation? To help us answer that, we've got Dr. Coley, our own Dr. Coley, joining us here.
Wow, Doc, that was pretty scary to watch, you know, just to see that happening, but her mind was still there enough just to get the camera off her. What are some symptoms we should look out for, anybody should look out for?
Actually pretty classic what you saw there, Jeff, and in fact I'm surprised that she was even able to toss it to the meteorologist. So FAST is the acronym that I want everybody to burn into their brains, because this could be life-saving for yourself or for somebody else. So F stands for facial drooping, facial numbness. So if you see one side of the face kind of sliding downwards, their eye drooping, it could be their chin, it could be the tongue deviating to one side, that's a sign of a stroke. A stands for arm weakness, and this could also be leg weakness, but also numbness, as we heard. S is for speech difficulty, so either trouble making speech or trouble understanding speech. And then T, the most important one, time. Call 911 right away. If it's a false alarm, that's better than missing something that could be a stroke.
Did any of you like kind of have those symptoms while she was reading them? I'm like, my arm's a little numb. Like I get like, when I hear those things, like if I read and try to diagnose myself, I feel like I'm experiencing that as well.
Well, I think that's, because that's going to parlay to my question, because when I had a severe panic anxiety attack, I was displaying all of those symptoms. So how do you know the difference to even articulate to 911?
You don't. And that's our job to figure out. In fact, even us as doctors, sometimes we call it code stroke. You rush them to the scanner because you know that time is brain. You have to open up that blocked blood vessel, and sometimes it's a fake out. Sometimes it is a panic attack, or sometimes your arm fell asleep or what have you. There's no shame in ringing that alarm bell when it comes to a stroke, when it comes to a heart attack. Young people can have strokes as well. You saw she was, relatively young, and women have a much higher risk of stroke than men. Really? So in a way, her unfortunate incident actually really raised awareness of the type of person that can have a stroke.
So you said that women can have them more than men, but do men and women display the same symptoms?
So, for the large part, yes. So many of the symptoms that I talked about that Jeff is having right now.
I get it in my head, you know what I mean?
It looks very symmetric, Jeff. I'm not worried.
Okay, thank you.
Most of those are the same. Women can also, however, have some more non-specific symptoms like just fatigue, a little confusion or memory changes. So sometimes very subtle, especially in women, that you can't pick up. They can sometimes have nausea or just feeling kind of uneasy or queasy. Those are all potential symptoms. Also keep in mind the mnemonic doesn't include like visual symptoms like the anchor mentioned she was having. It doesn't include like falling over or gait instability. If you have balance problems, all of those could be signs or symptoms.
So at what age should we be, or women be on the lookout for these things, and what are you supposed to do if you notice them?
It can be at any age. In fact, 1 out of 7 strokes occurs in people under the age of 50. So we've always thought of stroke as like a disease of old people, but it really isn't just that anymore, especially with the American population getting heavier and having more risk factors as well. Now, of course, as you get over 55, every decade doubles your risk of stroke. So that is the biggest driver.
Real quickly before we go, Doc, is there any prevention for like a stroke? Is there anything you could do to have it not come on, or is it just it's going to happen or not?
There is. In fact, the American Heart Association says that 80% of heart attacks and strokes are preventable by doing all the right lifestyle things. Eating healthy, exercising, keeping your blood pressure, your sugar, all of that in control, making sure all those risk factors are controlled. And with stroke, we have a lot of work to do, guys. There's a huge disparity. A black woman in her 50s has a 3-fold higher risk of having a stroke than a white woman in her 50s. And largely that's due to uncontrolled risk factors, many of which we need to do better with controlling.
Wow. Dr. Coley, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all that useful information. We'll be right back.
Leading up to Labor Day, many pro-union groups and politicians were posting about unions, claiming support for them is at historic highs. They're referring to a recent Gallup poll, which shows 71% of Americans approve of labor unions. It's the highest percentage since 1965. But is that support for unions translating into an increase in actual union membership? Let's verify. Our sources, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Harvard Business School, and Nelson Lichtenstein, a labor historian at UC Santa Barbara. Since 1983, the Bureau of Labor Statistics has tracked what percentage of American workers are in a union. And in 2021, it was 10.3%. That's actually an all-time low. It did slightly increase in 2020, but that was because when COVID hit and layoffs ensued, they disproportionately affected non-union workers, whereas a higher percentage of unionized workers kept their jobs. When the recovery began and non-union workers returned, the percentage went back down. Harvard has data going back even further, which shows a membership peak of more than 30% in the early 60s, but it's been steadily declining ever since. So we can verify, no, an increase in support for unions has not translated into an increase in union membership. Labor historian Nelson Lichtenstein says that's not surprising.
There is no correlation between popular support for unionism and the actual growth of unions.
He says in the mid-20th century, it was generally accepted that the preeminent industries of the time, like automaking, were almost entirely unionized. But over time, membership declined for a variety of reasons. And now in today's biggest industries like tech, there's no cultural expectation of organized labor. That is changing in some sectors, though, where unions have formed at companies like Starbucks and Amazon. But whether that movement will spread further and increase overall union membership for the long haul remains to be seen. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. Cherie O'Terry made us laugh on SNL, and now she is joined by an amazing cast for Comedy Central's new movie about working from home. Earlier, she told us about her video call struggles we all could relate. Check it out.
Welcome to DBL. Yes. Tell me about, Cherie, was there an SNL sketch that was somewhat challenging, but worth it in the end? Because you did what I love was the physical part, and I'm such a physical comedian. I really look up to you. What was the hardest one for you, the most worth it?
Well, the hardest one was not physical. It was, I would have to say, probably doing Barbara Walters, because I didn't go in doing any impressions, but I was kind of strongly made to do her, and oh God, and I just knew that I had to have like a different take on it, and you know, Gilda was so iconic doing her, and once I did do her and the audience kind of like accepted it, I had more fun doing her than ever. And that picture, that was one of the highlights of my career, was getting to interview her as her.
Yeah, right.
I used to just love watching those skits way back, when, and like how even like the lighting would be all blurred. Right. You were so good. Okay, but we got to talk about your new movie. A lot of people are anticipating it. It's called Out of Office. Now, based on the trailer, this is my interpretation. It seems like you play the tough love mom. Is that true? Tell us more about your character.
Oh my gosh. It's, first of all, I'm doing it with Jason Alexander, who is a doll, and he made me laugh. Yes, it's good cop, bad cop. I'm definitely bad cop, and it's really funny to be bad cop and then see Jason Alexander as the softie dad. But yeah, we are trying to get her out of the house because we're moving, actually, and all I want to do is go to Paris, and I just want this girl to get a job and be able to take care of herself so I can go to Paris without guilt. But I think she's going to go to Paris with or without guilt.
It's almost like, the NBA All-Star Game. There's it's such a crazy cast. There's so many incredible comics. Like, what is who made you laugh? Because there's like guys that make the people in the industry laugh. So who's the comic in the back of the room in that setting?
Oh my God, they all made me laugh, and I'll say, like, Leslie and Ken together, whoever thought of that is just brilliant. I mean, those two together, it's just so funny on so many levels, and they were so funny. Everybody was, I mean, the whole cast. I watched the movie the other day, and I was just like, this is so fun. And it really does reflect what the past 2 years have been like with people working from home.
So speaking about that, you just mentioned it's about working from home. We all know about the embarrassing things that could happen during a video call. We had them happen to us over the past 2 years. What did you have to deal with during a video call?
Well, I so related to being a dog mommy.
Yeah.
Tori, that's you.
For me, it's the dogs. And the funny thing is, someone said to me once, Cherie, you can press your mute button, and I never thought about that.
Right.
Guilty.
I never thought about, so I would just be like, I'm talking and shut up! I'm in a meeting! Which, of course, is way worse than the barking.
Now you're louder than the bark.
But I never even thought to press my mute button, and I was like, oh my God, of course.
Cherie, it was so great having you here. Thank you for making us laugh. Speaking of laughter, you guys have to check out of Office on Comedy Central. Thank you, Cherie.
You're welcome. Mwah, mwah.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
DBL is kicking off our season 6 premiere on September 12th with the one and only Jerry Springer.
My wife is saying now they should start chanting your address so you know how to get home.
The talk show legend will be joining us live on the panel as our special guest co-host. Don't miss a day with Jerry.
Jerry.
September 12th and 13th on DBL.
The U.S. Department of Education could have its application for student loan forgiveness up and running within the next few weeks. But there are a few steps to take now. Let's connect the dots. You can receive up to $10,000 if you didn't receive a Pell Grant, which is a type of aid available to low-income undergraduate students. And if you did get the grant, you can get up to $20,000. According to officials, borrowers may start to see their balances reduced or eliminated by the end of the year. So what steps can you take now to get ready for the changes? First, make sure you qualify based on income. The relief will be limited to borrowers who make less than $125,000 per year, or married couples earning less than $250,000. Education leaders also say be sure to gather your records. It's not exactly clear what the application for student loan forgiveness will look like, but it's a good idea to have relevant information on hand. Last but not least, stay up to date with the process. You can do so by visiting the Education Department's website. And remember, once the application opens, you'll have until December 31st of next year to fill them out. And that's connecting the dots.
President Biden just announced a plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student debt for some people. When critics attacked the plan, the White House responded on Twitter by pointing out some of those critics had gotten even larger loans forgiven by the government. Those loans weren't student loans, they were Paycheck Protection Program loans. The PPP was created during the early stages of the pandemic to provide business owners with cash so they wouldn't have to lay off workers. According to the Treasury Department, as long as the loans were used to cover payroll, they could be, and often have been, forgiven. Recently, many people have claimed that the average forgiven PPP loan was much larger than the 10 to 20 grand in forgiveness that many students are now receiving. This tweet from Senator Bernie Sanders says the average amount of debt forgiveness to businesses was more than $95,000. So let's verify. Is the average amount forgiven for PPP loans greater than $20,000? Our sources, the Small Business Administration, the Department of Education, and the Pandemic Response Accountability Committee. That committee is a government agency tasked with tracking how pandemic relief funds get used. Out of a total 11.5 million PPP loans, more than 10 million were fully or partially forgiven. And the agency calculated that the average amount forgiven was $72,500. So where did Sanders get the $95,000 figure? Well, that was the average as of last year, when only about 4 million loans had been forgiven. Since then, millions of smaller loans have been processed, bringing the average down, according to the Small Business Administration. But when it comes to student loans, the max most people can get forgiven under Biden's plan is 20 grand. So even with the lower 72 grand figure for PPP loans, we can verify, yes, the average amount forgiven for PPP loans is greater than $20,000. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
No time to run, no games. Your time has come today. Just stopping by to say we're taking over. We're made for this. We're taking over. You know what time it is. We're taking over. We're made to win.
DBL is all new every day.
Say what we made for.
1 week to the new season.
Yes!
Kelly stole my whole look. She has on basically the same outfit as I had on in that promo, except in a shirt version over there, but I appreciate it.
We got to get a
That's
shot
Kelly.
of it because it's actually the exact same colors over there.
We'll do it at the end of the show, but you have a special shout out.
Before we go, I want to wish our baby boy, Layton, a happy 4th birthday. Big boy's 4 today.
What?
Could you believe that, Erica? He's a DBL baby, too, 4 years old.
Wait, he's 4?
4.
How old is Lawson now?
He's 5, but he'll be 6 in October.
What?
Yeah. Is it? I mean, like, it almost blows my mind because that 2 years of like COVID is like, no, you should be 2. It's like there's 2 years blocked out of my mind. I can't believe he's 4. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I feel like 4 would be the perfect age for me because Kinsley could talk back. Like, I'm like,
we'll
hold you to that. I feel like she's talking way
it's
too
great.
much.
We got a whole day planned after work, so pick him up from school, go to game place, a little family time.
Aww.
Oh my
now we got to see
gosh.
Kelly's shirt before we go and compare that to the promos. Okay, Kelly, copied up my style, but I appreciate it.
I sure did.
I love it. Okay, DBL's new, same time, same place tomorrow. See you guys.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.